Hey guys, for this video I'm just going to go through some of the settings that I have been playing with for suspension and user mode 1, user mode 2, etc. to kind of set the bike up for me. I'll discuss some of the things that I've found. So we'll load it up. This is the part that everyone's complaining about, the amount of time it takes for screens to load up. I really don't find it an issue. Usually I'll start the bike up and let it run while I'm getting my helmet on, get my gloves on, and by then it's ready to go. It even beat me to it. Okay, so on the switchgear, there are a lot of different buttons. Everyone's saying that the enter button and the back button are backwards. I think I'm going to get used to it. So to get into it, there's this button here that has pages. So that's what triggers the menus to come up. The top and bottom buttons is what switches your modes, and then the toggle side to side is what toggles through 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So if I toggle side to side, you can see it's switching the individual information screens within that user 1 mode screen. Now, if I toggle this up and down, you'll see I'm able to go to different modes. Off-road mode, you can hear the suspension adjusting there. Gravel, urban, tour, user 2, and back to user 1. So I've configured all of the suspension settings and power settings and engine braking settings and everything the way I think I'm going to want it, as well as the suspension settings over here. So suspension, hard, medium, soft, and there's off-road as well. I'm not going to be off-roading this thing, but I use the hard setting for going through the twisties, the soft setting if I'm on some particularly rough roads. So let's go into the pages. So if I hit that button there, maybe I'll click and hold it. There it is. Okay, so this comes up. Riding information, phone, everything. You can toggle through this with these buttons, top and bottom. So riding information is the main screen. You can go into your phone here. I have mine set up. You can see the top screen there. It's saying I have full battery power and it's registering and what my signal strength is. Media. So if I was playing music on my phone, you can go there. Settings. Let's go into settings. So press enter and it goes into settings. So function, display, general, service, Bluetooth, connected services, regulatory, yada, yada, yada. So for settings that I was using, you go into function, enter, user modes. User 1, user 2. So under user 1, now you can go in and you can actually adjust all the different settings. So power 1 is, it is backwards. Power 1 is least intrusive, so it's most power. Power 4 is kind of like your rain mode. It has the softest power provided. So it's the most intrusive. Engine braking is the same. Engine 1 is least intrusive engine braking, and then 3 would be most amount of engine braking. I had it set at 2 for tour mode. I found actually with the passenger is a little too much, too abrupt. So I've been experimenting with 1. Overall suspension dampening. Now I've set this one here to be hard for user 1 because I've set up my user 1 to be kind of my performance, on-road performance setting, if you will. Front suspension dampening, I had it set to the high setting, again to stiffen up suspension. You can see here, this is stiff, medium, soft. Going down. suspension dampening rear, same setting. You have stiff, medium, soft. ABS, on-road, off-road. I haven't experimented with that. I'm perfectly happy with the on-road ABS. Preload. Now, these I did play with. I'm a heavy guy. I'm 270 without gear. So I amped up the preload a bit for my own personal weight. So the first one is just rider, rider with cargo, rider plus passenger, and then rider plus passenger and cargo. I've kind of set those up. I'm experimenting with them. So far, so good. They seem to be pretty comfy. So if you want to get out of this, now you press the back button. That goes back to there. Now you can set up user 2 in the same fashion. I'm not going to bother going through that. I like to cancel my own turn signals, so I turned that off. I found sometimes when it was on, it was turning them off a little bit prematurely. Go back. Display. This one here, you can set up display mode. What display mode is how much information you can see on the screen. So I have these all set to, I've heard someone call it the gold mode, gold, silver, bronze settings. So it all comes down to how much information is shown on the screen. Gold has the most amount of information. So you have all of those extra little screens on the side for trip and fuel consumption and everything. It shows you all the information about your suspension settings, engine braking, etc. If I toggle sideways, there's different ones. So off-road has less. Gravel. Gravel I think might be the silver. That might be the bronze. I really don't know. I've got them all set up to be for maximum amount of information just because I got a screen with lots of doodads on it. I might as well look at them. So I've set up tour, urban, gravel, off-road, all of them with the same amount of information. That's just my preference. So I can back out of that again. Brightness, yeah, you have a whole bunch of stuff to adjust. You can set the background to be black or white, I believe. I like the white, it's just fine. You can set up auto dimming as well. I found with the auto dimming, if you're in natural light or even artificial light here in the garage, the screen kind of adjusts a little bit too much. I just have it set to bright and be done with it. Favorites information. Now, I didn't tinker with this. Oh, well, there you go. You can go through and adjust a whole bunch of crap on there. I haven't bothered. Favorite switch, which is the star switch right here. You can have it set for whatever information you want. Wheelie control, traction control, riding modes. I mean, the riding modes are easy to just adjust by toggling this up and down. I really don't need to set to a favorite switch. I guess there's some dongles you can get as well to have this set up to do some extra stuff, but I haven't gotten into that. Yeah, so lots of stuff on the screen to play with. I have been experimenting with setting up my phone and setting up my headset. I have not had it out yet because I just got my bag installed, so I haven't trialed riding with the phone and having that running just yet. Soon enough. General, here you go. You can adjust all those things as well if you really want to. It's like an iPad. More stuff you know what to do with on a motorcycle. Really, do we need this? It's nice. It's high tech. But at the end of the day, I set it and forget it and just ride. So now you're back. So again, was using Tour the entire time, but now I've set up user mode 1. And yeah, it's been good. I haven't trialed adjusting the traction control or wheelie control. I really, as I said, I'm not out there to win races. I'm touring around, having having a little fun on the twisty roads, and that's about it. Off-road mode now in user 2. I do have suspension set to soft. One thing I will say with the soft suspension setting, it does pogo a bit. I might adjust that to medium and see how it does. You know, maybe I'm wondering if that's what a lot of people are complaining about with soft suspension on this thing, if they've had it set to soft or set to medium. With the hard setting, it is rock solid. It is far superior in terms of road handling to what my old sport touring bike was, my Honda CBF 1000. This thing carves the twisties amazingly. And I'm sure that's partially attributed to the 19-inch front wheel. Everyone's talking about it. It's the reason why I bought this bike. I was going to set up and buy a 2023 model, and the only detriment I had to the 2023 model was I didn't like the matte paint finish. I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to wear well. I could be wrong, but just my own personal preference. When I heard the 2024 was getting the 19-inch front wheel, and then it was also getting a small tweak to the mid-range power in the engine, I opted to upgrade, spend the extra couple $1,000. This is going to be a long-term bike for me, so I didn't mind spending a little bit extra to get what I wanted, and I'm going to be happy with the long term. So that's it. I haven't experimented too much with the phone. Hopefully I'll be able to do another video later about that. All right, take care. Bye.